motivated to talk about productivity, okay? Stand by. In the distance, on the little riding mower, there she is. The most productive wife ever. Oh my gosh. What am I gonna do? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna open this beer. Let's fucking go. It's Friday, boys. I don't even know what time it is. I probably should check. Am I supposed to be drinking yet? Oh well. Cheers. So, wow, this is really good. What do we got? What am I drinking again? Whiskey barrel aged coffee stout. Damn. 14.9%. That'll put a spark in your day. Okay. I don't know how many people are going to turn up. I don't really care. I just, I wanted, gosh, she makes a lot of noise when she cuts grass. I wanted to, hang on one second. What? What do you want? Do you need some love? Yeah. Was you a good boy? Okay. All right. Where were we? So productivity, preparation, all that sort of fun stuff. You know, I've been thinking about, I think a video a couple of weeks ago. Stop it. No. A couple about, making sure you get to your games, that you get to play them, you get to experience them. And I was complaining about, not being very structured or organized over the last, since we moved into the new house. And I got the big gaming room and everything, and I've just, been kind of putzing around the edges, not getting hardcore and serious about it. And part of that is just, there's always something going on with trying to actually get the house finished, me transitioning out of doing work such that it was, and then trying to find that sort of personal value proposition where I was like, oh, I'm retired now, but there's that whole trying to make sure that you're still being valuable in some way, shape, or form, I guess, to the household. And I think I'm almost over that. So here's to that. And I am making a more serious effort to be more structured with my gameplay time and allocate parts of the day to actually just sitting down. It's 8 a.m. I'm going to play till 10 a.m. or it's noon. I'm going to play till 4, whatever it is, on however many days of the week that it all kind of works out. I see a few people have joined. There we go. Hey, Steve, and hello, Brian, and hello, Rob. Welcome. If you've just joined, by all means, pop in the chat, say hi. It's all good. So this is, and I think this is one of the things that I was doing. So the point about this post, this video, is one of the things that I was doing when I was working a lot. I was doing 180, 200,000 miles a year flying, and hotels. I would pack a solo or a small format game in my bag, and if I was somewhere for more than a day, I'd unpack that and try and play with it a little bit. But I had to manage my time very effectively, and so I really focused on the games and cranked on things pretty hard. And part of me is like, well, I don't really need to do that anymore, so I'll just kind of cruise. But what I'm finding is that I'm losing interest in the game because it's all laissez-faire. Who gives a shit? Just we'll play it whenever we play it, type of thing. And I need to get back to what I was doing, and this is where the preparation comes in. And part of the video title is when we're working. When I was working, but when you're working. Have a game on the table, be playing it, but at night, when you're taking a break, grab a set of rules for the next game, get reading those rules. And while you're reading those rules, start flipping the counters, look at the formations, get things organized, look at the charts, become more familiar and au fait with the game system and how you think it might play out. And for me, that then drove me to reading about. Oh, she stopped the motor. She must have found rocks. We have a very rocky property. Uh, so she doesn't want to break a blade. We just had the riding mower repaired for like the third time or fourth time. She's a little rough on it, but don't tell her. So anyway, the getting prepped, getting squared away, finding books that would drive me to find books, and I'd start reading about the topic. And as a blogger and a YouTuber, that would get me excited about writing up a little historical notes that this is what happened, finding some maps and sharing them, and I put those on the blog. And you may have noticed that the blog has kind of gone by the wayside lately. I'm really just reposting my YouTube videos and stuff. I'm not writing as much, although I did just do maybe 1,000 words, 1,500 something post on Battle for Normandy. It was really just kind of a regurgitation of term one. Anyway, so there's that. So I think what's one of the things I haven't been doing is, I posted this morning about what was I meant to post this morning? Shoot. Oh, what should I play? So I think one of the things that I haven't been doing is getting that prep work done and getting committed to a game. What I'm doing is playing, packing it up, sitting around with my thumb on my backside, and then going, okay, what should I do next? And then pulling a game out. Oh, I've got to clip it. Well, I'm not going to do that now. So I'll put it away. I'll find something that's already clipped or a system I know. I need to stop doing that. And we need to, learning is good for us. Learning is good for our mental acuity and our quality of life. And I love learning new game systems or refreshing myself on game systems because I've played a couple. And I think doing that consistently helps us get more games to the table. So if I'm playing Battle for Normandy right now, I ought to be reading the rules for inflection points or rereading I probably need to download the current version of the last Blitzkrieg rules and get clipping on that bad boy and work out how we handle it. Rock Hopper, what's going on, Doc? Good to see you. So I think one of the benefits of actually being a full-time employee and working somewhere is that you've got limited time to do things, so you get focused. And part of this kind of new phase of my life is I don't really need to do much other than do stuff around the property or the house or whatever, which generally means me running around ruining my back, messing with bricks and blocks and arguing with people about how things ought to be done versus how I think they should be done. So, which gets kind of old after a while. But anyway, I'm curious, those that are watching, I think there's 10 or 11 of you here. Hey, Wardrobe, what is up, dog? Good to see you. What did Steve-O say? Did I miss Steve-O's comment? My videos help fuel the hobby. Well, I don't know about that. The 4.2 people that watch it. Anyway, appreciate the comment. I don't take compliments well, so don't give them. We are working at it and good to see. This dog. What? You are so cute. Are you a good boy? You are so good boy. I know. Yeah. This is my other problem. This dog. Stop it. Is a major interruption. Like, this dog has not been more than 6 inches away from me all freaking day, including bathroom breaks. It's insane. Shit, I completely lost the thread. being busy means we have to manage our time, and I think managing our time well means we can actually get more games played. So how that translates for us folks who are moving into the, I think the Twilight uses total bullshit terminology. I like to think of the glory. It's going to be the glory days for me. I want to have more fun, play more games, spend more time with my wife, hang out with my kids more. In fact, one of them should be arriving soon. I've got all three here for the weekend. It's going to be awesome. We're doing a multiple birthday celebration and 28th anniversary celebration. Just with a group of friends hanging out. I'm gonna make cocktails and burn meat, and everyone else is bringing appetizers and stuff. And so we'll have a bunch of people hanging out. That fan in the background. Be productive and be focused. What else is that dog is awesome, Todd? What else is going on with you guys? Like anyone who's here right now, still, what are you playing and what's next? And what are you doing to get prepared? And how do you get prepared? Tell me things. Help me get better at being a productive war gamer, so that I can get through this pile of cardboard before I cark it, and it all has to go into the burn pit. So I'd love to hear what folks are doing or planning on doing. This beer, by the way, look, it's not only does it have like freaking really cool artwork. Look at that. Is that what is she holding? I thought it was like a sex toy thing, but it's a wakizashi. It's a samurai sword, katana. She's a badass. Okay. Got a little tattoo on her arm there. If you can see that. It's pretty cool. Anyway, it's not an Australian beer, unfortunately. Australian beers are very difficult to get in the town I live in. It's very small. I need to go to larger cities, and in fact, next week or the week after, or maybe the week after that, I don't know when it is, we're going to Austin for a week, and I'm doing a big stock up. So maybe I will hunt down some Australian beer, because it's been a while. But you really can't get the good stuff. That doesn't happen very often. It is smooth and silky. It's got that sweetness to it. It's got that coffee hit. They actually add lactose to it, so that's going to be a problem later. Because I'm lactose intolerant, basically, but I don't give a shit, and I still drink milk and eat cheese. But it's called Roadhouse Coffee. I don't know if that comes out backwards or not, but Roadhouse Coffee, whiskey barrel aged coffee stout, and it is exceptionally good. I mentioned at the beginning of the video, it's a 14.9% brew. So if I start slurring halfway through this video, you'll know why, because lunch was very Spartan today. So we'll see. Anyway, let's see what we got. We got folks who, yeah, it is indeed the darkest of beers, and I can't pronounce what. AJP, do you have a name? Like, tell me what your name is so I can refer to you. That would be cool. Rock Hopper, have me playing. That is playing blinds. Oh, Blind Sword, Steve. Oh, good man. Rock Hopper's got just cleared my kids' Warhammer 40K. See, I could so get into Warhammer. I'd love the Imperium of Man and all those books and stuff. I need to start buying those books and start reading them. I need to work out where to start though. Yeah, I think Steve, I think that's a really good point you made further up the thread here. Find the games that excite you and explore them, whether old or new titles. Looks like someone's playing, Wardrobe's playing Africa Core. Mediterranean African Theater. Oh, I want to join in. Is that tomorrow night? I'm not. We've got this party. Pooh. I won't be able to join in. I love the African Theater. I hate you. Todd, this is not acceptable. Yeah, Todd, GCACW is really cool. And if you're playing a post, I think it's awesome. But the only problem mentally for me, like I like the combat system and I like the movement system. The thing that frustrates me, the two things frustrates me. One, I know where you are. Now I don't know necessarily know what you have. Excuse me, but I know where you are on the map. And the whole point of the ACW was really no one knew where anyone was most of the time, except for scouting guys, what Napoleonics would have called vedettes. But and the other thing that annoys me is the special rules. You know, I think the basic rules are 17 or 18 pages, and it plays fantastic. And then you get special rules, and it's 40 pages, or it's 20 pages, and then 3 pages per scenario. Aggravating. You got to remember things. I'm getting too old for that. Yeah, yeah, Todd. I think you're onto something there potentially with not. And guys, we're just chatting now. So prepping and productivity and all the rest of it. If I think of something else to say, I'll share it. But I'm really enjoying this little conversation here. Uh, Pleased to meet you, Aaron. Hey, Aaron. Good to see you, bud. Uh, Currently playing 3 GTS games. Sa, which one is Sa, buddy? I don't know that one. That is awesome. So you're going deep on GTS, huh? That is interesting. I struggle with that system. I would love to get my get get my head around why I like it or why I don't want to play it. I'm in between. I keep oh, the MMP sale is coming up, by the way, guys. I'm hoping Omaha or one of the GTS games, the Bastogne one, if that's on sale, I'm your Huckleberry. I'm getting that, and I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna work it out. Yeah. So coming back to you, Todd, with your fewer games and systems and things, I think I could very easily cut myself down to maybe 5 systems. I don't know. I would have a hard time doing that. But there's so many cool games coming out that I don't want to be an expert in any of these things. I want to dabble. I want to play. I want to experience. I want to feel them. I want to, work out what the history is and what books it generates buying for me and or movies to watch or whatever. I love all of it. That's my problem. And although I am trying to get motivated to sell about 100 games, but I just can't be bothered shipping them to you guys. So they may end up just in the closet and out of the way. So we'll see what happens with that. Oh, she stopped again. Wardrobe's GACW is awesome. I think soloing the system, I'll agree with Steve-O, is fine. You can play it solo just fine. I enjoy the games. I am thinking about letting most of them go, however, and just keeping the old Avalon Hill ones and playing those. I don't have a good reason why. I just find myself letting one side win too easily. I don't know what's going on with that, or I find loopholes in scenarios. Holland 44. Yeah, Holland 44, Aaron, is a great game. I hope you enjoy that. My only experience with that, I played it once opposed, and I made the mistake of not being rapid enough to push. Or was I the Germans? I was the Germans. Yes, my opponent was not rapid enough in pushing airborne units into the British airborne units into Arnhem, and I managed to get a tiny foothold in Arnhem, but I couldn't dislodge them. So I diverted everybody and sent them south and just wrecked the American forces. So that was fun. 40 games plus ASL, so that's like 400 games. Todd. Tsar is the man. Oh, strike counter. Yeah, I kind of like that. Although I struggle with line of sight with that for some reason. I can't figure that one out. Has anyone played the uh is it Decision Games Goss magazine game Hanu? That's a good game. That kind of Goss light. Quebec is shipping soon from COA. Now that's going to be all BAR. Good Lord, Steve. You legend. You legend. I played BAR for a couple of hours with a guy who knew the system really well. It was a hoot of a time because I didn't have to know the rules. A lot of dice rolling. Brian, Joe Chacon did a nice job. Strike, counter strike. Yeah. You guys are doing great here. 7-inch games are hardest on the attacker. Absolutely, Aaron. Yeah, the what's the right way to put this? 7-inch games have a hack for the defenders. The defender just has to feed slightly less units than their replacement rate into zones of control of the best units, and it doesn't matter what quality those units are that you feed into them. Most game players are going to attack that unit and then get the breakthrough. And as long as you've got something set behind it, you're going to limit their advance to 2 or 3 hexes a turn. And you need to not be afraid of just burning through units, and you can do that on the East Front very easily. The only game that doesn't work with is Ukraine 43, because they're German and they don't get a high replacement rate. That's been my experience with all of those games. Stalingrad 42, the Bulge game, Ardennes 44, certainly Holland 44, a couple others. If you keep pushing units in, it doesn't, because there's no sort of exploit movement phase or whatever. You can't punch a hole and then exploit and move through. Yeah, so that's a big problem. And the other thing you can do, of course, is always trade space for time. I would agree 100%, Aaron. That's a very wise observation. Speaking of Africa games, Africa Core is mainly to get a quick NA game in. Oh, this is really good. Really good question there, Todd. So I'll jump in here on Africa because I love Africa. The ultimate for me is DAC 102 OCS. So I know you don't want to play that. I think then Africa 43 from Simonech is a really, really good game. It's a very odd victory system, but very smart. And I love the cadence of the game and how the VPs kind of need to go. Other than that, then it's the SCS North Africa, the second one that came out. They did. I really like that game. I think the supply and all that sort of stuff is really well done. Is that, and then Tobruk by Chris Fawcett from Compass Games is a hidden gem. It uses the Blind Swords combat resolution system. Can I swear? It's fucking awesome. A lot of counters on the map, a lot of big stacks. So if you don't like big stacks, don't play. But it's a really, really, really good game. There's another one that I like. The BCS. The BCS to Brook one, whatever that one is, Brazen Chariots. Is it Brazen Chariots? I think it might be Brazen Chariots. That is a very good game too. Yeah, but you know what, dude? So Rockhopper DAC two, it would be many levels up, but there are smaller scenarios. So that's just a freaking awesome game, and I think for me it captures the essence of the African situation. What is it? There's another game I can't remember. 14.9% ABV is going to work on my brain. Sorry, I can't remember. Yeah, Tobruk is super interesting, dude. The combat system is epic. The activation system is really interesting. The rules, I struggled a little bit with clarity in the rules, but they're good. And unfortunately, Chris is not happy with Compass Games for some reason, so I don't really think he gives a shit anymore about it. But that's a system that he ought to do some more work on, and do, yeah, uh, release more games with that system. I see through I did a playable in North Africa. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, don't care. Too abstract. I played that. It's just a bullshit game, Steve. Come on, man. Come on, man. Steve, come on. You're a war gamer. Let's go. Africa 2, the Nuva Desert Rats SES, Todd. Yeah, don't get to Africa 2. That's an okay game. It's not great. You can hack the crap out of it. The other one, it's a really good game. Hmm. All right, so coming back to productivity. So some of you are playing more of the same system to get more bang for buck for your learning. So that is an enhancement to productivity, and I like that. What are you doing when you approach a new rule system? How are you tackling new rule books? Hang on a sec. What? What do you want? What? What? What do you need? What do you need? Okay. God, I love this dog so much. Well, so now I have to live 13 more years because I have to outlive him. Because he will be ruined if I go first. Okay, productivity. How are you preparing yourself when you read a new rule book? What are you doing? Are you making summaries? Are you highlighting the rule book? Printing it out, or what are you doing with your rule books to get your head around the game? Do you read the designer notes first? Hey, I'm patting you. Stop it. Read the designer notes first, then read the rules. Do you walk through a sequence of play and put counters on the map and kind of try and work it out? Or do you just do what dumbasses like me do and just read the rules a month before you play and then go, oh no, I know this, set it up, set the full campaign up, and then go, what the F? And and then go back and reread the rules and slowly work your way through the first two turns after you realize that you've broken everything. Oh dear. All right, I'm going to move because I think she's coming this way with the machine, and I'm going to go into the office. It's the game room now. I got to stop. It's worldwide headquarters for Big Board. So I'm going to come in here, and hopefully we'll hear less. Oh, my back. All right. So that's my question. How are you prepping up? How are you consuming rule books, and what are you doing to get organized? While you comment, I will say this about rule books. I don't highlight anymore. Well, I do. I underline and I use stars and dots on key rules. And then I'll summarize a rule down to the net of whatever that effect might be. So, for instance, with what are we playing? Battle for Normandy. If you're going to exit a hex and you're going to eat an EZOC, an enemy zone of control, you will you pay +2 movement points. So on the margin, I'll add +2 movement points. If you are conducting an attack and it's and I'll note how many maximum number of air points you can use. 3 for combat supply. If it's 2 hexes of attacking or more, attacking a single hex, I will note that that's going to cost 2 combat supply, +1 for every air point, +1 for every additional every additional artillery unit. So I put these little summaries on, and then I put little post-it notes to tag where things are. So where is movement, where is combat, where to supply, so I can flip to those rules, particularly if it's not a well-organized rule book, and sometimes shit's all over the place. Uh, or there's expansive designer notes because someone thinks they're really smart and has to tell you about how smart they are. And so you want to try and find the actual rule. I use a lot of post-it notes, the little skinny ones, and I write on them what the what the what's where, so I can find stuff effectively. Sometimes I write a rule summary just to get shit clear in my brain, mainly for scenarios, like what are the scenario specifics. And most of the time that seems to sort of filter into my sort of background memory, so that when I go to do something, I'll go, ooh, hang on, I better check that. I think there's a special scenario rule. When things are going well. When things aren't going well, I look at it three turns later and go, ah, shit, I screwed that up. Anyway, let's see what you guys got to say here. Look at you boys. You are going for it. Just keep the camera on the dog. Yeah, shut up, dude. Yeah, well, true, like, seriously. He's busy chewing his ass right now. I don't think you want to see that. All right, Steve later. Happy Halloween. Printing and highlighting the crap out of it. I love it, Aaron. That's great. Skim through the rules, Todd. Yeah, Aaron, isn't that the case? Like, I start reading rule books. I get into, oh, that sounds like my son is here. I start reading rule books at night now, and I get maybe 2 or 3 pages in, and I'm like, I gotta go to sleep and crash out. I don't watch videos to learn games. I can't handle the slowness of watching a video to learn about game hockey. Son number 3 is home from college. That's a good thing. I'm probably going to wrap this up in a minute. Go see him. Okay, last game I learned, I set up the extensive example of play and figured it all out from there. Hey, Don, I like that idea. Yeah, I will skim the examples of play if I think they're detailed enough. And, oh, looks like someone's here. Hey. Hey, man, welcome home. I'm actually on a live stream. I'm gonna come and see you in just a minute, okay? Yeah, you're good. All right. I think using play examples is awesome if they're accurate. Sometimes whiskey, stop. Whiskey, come. Get in your bed. Often there's errors in them, and so I went through a period where there were so many errors in a number of the games that I was playing with the examples of play. I just gave up on them, and I stopped using them. And I think I just have a bad feeling about them at the moment. So maybe I need to give them a better chance or a second chance. Yeah, Brian, that's a good point about moving counters around. If I can find a patient cohort to either teach me or learn with me, that's a good deal as well. Yeah, I'm really bad at that. I kind of have to grind it out by myself. I'm just kind of that way. Used GMT's typical method, follow along the playthrough. Yeah, as long as it's accurate, Rockhopper, that's a good way to go. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna need to go because the excitement is building here. It's been awesome chatting with you guys. Go be productive. Go play, and go prep. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll catch up soon. I'll have more gameplay and stuff coming on. Talk soon.